works with the military, the police, and as you can see, in obedience and all the like sports.
So our first team are coming back into the ring for their individual exercises. This is Team Toller, coming in formation. All 4 members come in at the same time, and then each of them will do one of the set exercises, and each of the individual exercises are worth 10 points. And they're going to perform the scent exercise, similar to obedience, but it's on articles, the scent to bed, which is from the Good Citizen Dog Scheme, the stop on recall and play, which again is from the Good Citizen Dog Scheme, and the retrieve, which is from competitive obedience. So the first dog to go will be doing the scent exercise, so the dog has just been turned away so that it can't see where its toy is being placed. Well done. Picked the right article, but wanted to take it to another team member. I have a feeling that dog might be owned by the other team member. So if you can just make sure you keep your clapping to the end of the exercise, just in case it puts the dogs off. You can see the bed going out now for the second exercise. So the dog is being shown where the bed is, because obviously it's not in its normal place. So the handler has been invited to take the dog to the bed first of all, and then will be instructed to send the dog to bed. And you can cheer now, lovely. The mum obviously didn't quite make that bed properly because the dog just wanted to lie down on the edge of it, but a pretty good effort. And the third dog and handler then will be performing the stop on recall. And the handler will be invited to leave the dog in the wait position to go to the other corner. And then we'll call the dog, but stop it between those 2 pink markers on the floor. The dog can be stopped in any position of the handler's choice. Okay, and you can applaud that dog. So just a little bit over the pink line. So it's important that the handler gets their timing right to make sure that the dog stops between the 2 lines. But a pretty good effort again. The last exercise for this team then is the retrieve. So the dog will be left in the wait position. The handler will throw the article out. This handler is using a dumbbell. The dog will be instructed to go and pick that dumbbell up and to present it back to the handler. And the exercise is completed when the dog comes to sit alongside the handler's left leg. So a big round of applause for Team Toller. That completes their individual exercises.
Can I just say on the retrieves when they had to come back, it takes a lot of patience to do that because when they're working normally, they're working as an individual. The ducks start coming down, falling in the water. They go out, grab a duck, throw it on the deck, go back and grab another duck. They don't have to stop and let somebody take it off them. They finish up with a pile of ducks. So to get them to bring something back to you takes a lot of patience.
And our second formation. Lining up by their various markers. And the first dog to go will perform the scent exercise. Each of these individual exercises are worth 10 points in total. And for the scent exercise, the handler isn't allowed to recommand the dog using voice control or hand signals when the dog is over the scent articles. And this time the handler has chosen to use something furry. I wonder why.
It's also got a couple of ears on the top, look.
And a round of applause for the Whippet there. And the second dog to go will do the centre bed exercise. So the handler being invited to place the bed in the corner of the ring and to show the dog exactly where that bed is. And a round of applause then for that exercise. That was perfectly done. I think they are couch potatoes on the slide though, aren't they, Whippets?
Only for about 23 hours a day.
A bit like the greyhound
A bit
then.
like the greyhounds, yeah.
So the third exercise then is the stop on recall. Again, looking for the dog to stop in any position between those two markers on the floor. So a nice display of control at a distance there. And the last exercise then for this team is the retrieve. And the handler is choosing to use a dumbbell. They can use whatever they like for this particular exercise. But it's a dumbbell that we use in obedience in the higher classes. Beginners can choose their own article, but novice upwards, it has to be a dumbbell. Well, novice and A is a dumbbell, and then it's the judge's choice of article after that. I think he just wanted to make sure that the crowd were watching him. Just needed a little bit of encouragement there to go and get that dumbbell.
And again, these are totally unnatural exercises. These are not retrievers.
No.
To get them to retrieve, or to get them to stop, they're meant to race and not stop. It takes patience and understanding. And I think that on the stop, Mum said stop, but she didn't say where.
Well, exactly. So the next team in then are Team Golden Retriever, the Golden Retrievers, from the gun dog group, so they should be reasonable at the retrieve exercises. Coming in formation, another team that is well coordinated with their dogs and their uniform.
And as you commented earlier, a nice range of colour. They can be anything from cream through to mahogany, and I think we've got a good selection here.
And we just, that one dog is very dark, isn't he? So setting the first dog up for the scent exercise. And again, the dog is looking for its own article, and it's the handler's choice what article they use. And it looks as if this handler is choosing to use a traditional scent cloth. And a very nice example of the dog using its nose there to find the right article rather than using its eyes. And the second exercise is the centre bed exercise, so the bed being put out in preparation. This exercise is from the Good Citizen Dog Scheme. So if you want to find out more about the Good Citizen Dog Scheme, if you visit the stand and the ring in Hall 3, there's some lovely folks there who will be happy to chat to you about the 4 levels of the scheme and about the obedience competitions associated with the scheme. If you want to find out more about obedience, there's a stand in this ring, in this hall, next to the ring. Oh, well done, handler. That's exactly the right thing to do. When your dog is concerned about something, is to go and reassure the dog and make sure that it succeeds. Obviously, the dog a little bit spooked by the corner there. Maybe somebody put in a face, I don't know. Maybe the speakers, who knows what the dog sees or what the dog hears.
Perhaps he's just used to going to bed with Mum.
Well, perhaps he is. Perhaps that was the problem. And the third exercise then, the recall with the stop in the middle, in between those 2 pink lines marked on the floor. And the timing of the handler is crucial to get this dog to stop in the right place, depending on the speed that the dog is moving towards the handler. I think he knew what was coming then. Very well done. And the fourth dog and handler to go then is the retrieve exercise. So again, this handler choosing to use a dumbbell. And the dog sitting there patiently until the handler takes the retrieve article from him and then commands him into the finish position. So that completes the 4 individual exercises for the team golden retriever. So give them a round of applause as they leave the ring.